There's a lot to like about what the PlayStation 5 Pro has to offer. I know there are obviously going to be people that are more cynical about it and think that, maybe it's not worth it and things like that. I do feel like that could be a situation where, gamers aren't totally in the know. Like, listen, most of us aren't really going to be, um, you know, like tech experts and things like that. We just aren't. There's a reason why places like Digital Foundry exist. And, when you're looking at things through a lens of Twitter or YouTube, there's obviously going to be quite a bit of compression that we have to deal with. Does that mean that the PS5 Pro isn't worth it? No. I've always said, especially with the idea that you can just trade in, your current Xbox or PlayStation and be able to play the Pro. I think that's realistically something that a lot of people should be excited about. We should all be excited by new hardware because I feel like new hardware is really something to be just excited about again. You know what I mean? Like when we look at how these things are. Just as fans, I think that it's realistically just a fantastic thing to see. And for me, I'm personally excited by the future of like the hardware and stuff like that. Maybe you're not into every 4 years or whatever. I can understand that. But for me, I definitely think that there is something to be said about offering something new once in a while. So this is something that should be a fun video. I want to get into it. What's up, everybody? Crap Gamer here with Crap Gamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. Please like the video, share it out, and even consider subscribing, as I do daily gaming content that actually is very important to me. So let's go ahead and have a good time, get into it. Should be a fun video, and I'm hoping to continue to grow the channel if you guys would be so kind as to like the videos and all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys. Anyway, when it comes to the PS5 Pro, people are like, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? People were really talking about, oh, well, for $700 I'll just build a PC. And I kind of laugh about that. Listen, I'm not the most tech savvy person, clearly, but at the same time, when I look at this, I know that there is no way that you're matching what the PS5 Pro can do for $700 in a PC. It's just not happening. And it's like people really don't, I believe, that they're not thinking when they say stuff like this. You know what I mean? PS5 Pro comes with a controller that normally costs, $75-$80 on its own. There's lots of other things as well. You've got to buy, a operating system on a PC, keyboard, mouse, all this kind of stuff. So when you look at this and you go and you see people kind of say these type of things, I do get kind of a laugh out of it. But again, it's not totally up to me to kind of just go, okay, well, that's a wrong thing to say or whatever. But now we are starting to see more experts kind of weigh in. Tech experts have finally settled the PS5 Pro versus PC cost debate, stressing that a PC equivalent to Sony's mid-gen upgrade would cost, quote, way more than $700, according to Digital Foundry's Richard Ledbetter. While it's possible to build a similarly priced PC, players wouldn't get the same performance out of it that they would from the PS5 Pro. Speaking to IGN, Ledbetter pointed out that the GPU that most closely matches PS5 Pros is the RTX 4070, which means the base price of $540, right? So just for the GPU that would be similar to what the PS5 Pro costs is $540 plus tax, right? So you're looking at almost $600 just for the GPU. This is why it makes no sense when people start talking about, oh, well, this, that, or the other thing, well, I'll just build my PC or I'll get used parts or whatever. That was always kind of a bum argument too. Whenever consoles come out, you always see this kind of reaching, and I have nothing wrong with people that want to game on PC. More power to you. I think there's some great PC gamers out there. And then there's kind of the douchers, right? They just want to throw in your face all the stuff that they're getting. Oh man, I could get this or do this. It's like they got to compare everything. Every time a new console comes out, oh well, my PC thumps that. Well, how much did you pay for your PC? $4,000. Well, of course your PC is going to thump that. You know what I mean? Get out of here. But it's like the people that think that they can build something equivalent to these consoles for less than even the price that we see now is crazy. Players then have to add in components like a CPU, a motherboard, memory, storage, power supply. Of course, building a PC from scratch means peripherals as well. And a lot of this stuff isn't cheap. I mean, you were talking about quite a bit of money to do this. Some argue that players can purchase used parts, but a used PS5 Pro will become available eventually and will cost less than the equivalent of a PC. If the argument is that players may already have PC peripherals, then so do PS5 owners. At the end of the day, no matter how you approach the debate, a PC still costs more. You could offset the extra cost against the fact that you don't need extra subscription costs over time, maybe, but I think you're missing the fundamental point of what PS5 Pro is and who's going to buy it. And Ledbetter concluded that pointing out that PS5 players can carry over their existing library to a PC, suggesting that they buy a PC instead of a PS5 Pro, makes little to no sense. And, again, that's something that I feel like a lot of us probably were thinking before too long, like, hey, I've seen this kind of discussion a little bit more and more. And again, it really, really makes zero sense to go that route. If you're a console gamer, you probably like consoles for a number of reasons. And I see this argument quite a bit lately, where people go, okay, well, now that a console is $700, are you going to go to PC? Are you going to do no? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tinker. I don't want to mess around with stuff. It's like I realize they've made consoles a little bit more PC-like recently, but it's like I don't got to mess with stuff. Like if there is a problem, you just boop, boop, boop. You call up the number, they get it fixed, whatever the case may be. I don't have to worry about it. Games are you put in your game or you download your game and you just play. It's like for me, and I've mentioned this very many times, but my consoles are the focal point of the library for me, and I like that about it. I like that that's the focal point, and that, I can like enjoy all my apps and stuff. I don't have to have a keyboard and mouse. It's like I think all that stuff is extra hassle. I don't have to deal with a bunch of cheaters and hackers in the multiplayer aspect. That's just another added bonus of console gaming to me personally. I kick back. I have a 70-inch TV with HDMI 2.1, so I can enjoy. I enjoy the high frame rates and the high fidelities and HDR and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not bragging when I tell people this. 1,500 Xbox games installed. Digitally, and I've got so many more. I've got hundreds and hundreds of physical for the current consoles, and I get into the thousands if you count like the 360 stuff that I own physically. So, and even like PS3 stuff, PS3, PS4, I buy physically for PS5 and for VR when I can. So a lot of the stuff that I own is physical, and realistically, just part of the reason why I just really enjoy console gaming. So, I love that fact about, console gaming. It keeps me very interested and very up to speed with everything that's kind of going on. So I know some of you probably will disagree with what I have to say, but I think the Pro for $700 is a great deal. Do I think that that's going to mean that it's going to be the norm going forward, or that we're going to see next gen PS6 at that price? No, I don't think that. I think we'll probably see, because you want to get that initial install base, and so I feel like the best way you can do that is, you're going to have a slightly affordable price. And so I think we probably, it's possible to see $499 to $599, but I don't think we're going to see any more than that. I think that what they're doing right now is they probably wouldn't be afraid to take a hit on the profit factor at the launch of a generation versus a mid-gen refresh, where they're probably thinking that people are just going to trade in, the console or whatever, and their current ones or whatever. I don't think they think that they're going to win over, new people, first-time people to a PS5 Pro for $700. I don't think that's the case at all, and that's probably pretty smart of them not to take a loss on this. So no matter how many they sell, they're not going to lose money on the Pros. It's like, that's great. I feel like, you have to be able to continue to go up in the industry, and, they seem to be heading that way. So, again, I'll link this in the description. Let me know what you guys think. How do you guys feel about this? I'm not really one to really talk about, console versus PC or whatever, because I don't really care about that. But, we'll see what happens in the long run, and how this could affect the future of gaming and consoles and stuff like that. So let me know your thoughts though down below. Thank you so much for watching. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crep Gamer 'em up, Crep Gamer out.